Hello, CCL Sports Cards fans. Welcome back. So, this is going to be another prospect reveal. Basically, these are the cards I've sort of purchased over the last 30 to 45 days. Now, if you're an avid watcher of this show, you kind of know who I like already, but there's going to be a few surprises in here. Guys I haven't talked about, and I do like to keep my episodes short, so let's get right into it. And first up, we've got David Calabrese from the Angels. I picked this one up for $150. I'm going to tilt the card so you can actually see the subgrades. It is base in terms of the subgrades, 395s and a 9, but I do very much trust FCG's grading. They seem to be very consistent. They're very transparent, but I do like to sort of shine the light on it so you can see it because the camera does not pick up the subgrades very well. But yeah, this gold parallel numbered 38 of 50. And again, David Calabrese, he's really, really young. He's going to be 19 until late September as well. He didn't really have a really great start at rookie ball. He hit 154 in July. I mean, that's just atrocious. Then, he did a bit better. He did 216 in August, but then 256 in September with an OPS of 819. And I like him because he's cheap. 150 for a gem mint true gold card. It's fantastic. But more importantly, I love guys who show resilience. They're young, they come in, they don't play well, but they get better as time goes on. It means they can sort of, they're learning to adjust. So I do enjoy that about guys like Calabrese, and I have no trouble picking these guys up as, sort of sleepers, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Next up, this man needs absolutely no introduction. Garrett Mitchell from the Brewers, probably the prettiest autograph in all of 2020 draft, just while we're talking about it. I'm going to shine the camera here, make sure you can pick up the subs. Bit better subs on this one. I love the 10 on the edges. I picked this up in a private group on Facebook. $240 for a refractor, again, from FCG, who, again, I just like their transparency when it comes to grading, but it is worth noting that I'll probably do a crack and cross episode coming up where I take FCG, CSG, as well as HGA and resubmit them to PSA because, again, PSA is what collectors want. They want either that or BGS, right or wrong, and I'm going to give collectors and investors the slabs they want. So I will do a crack and cross episode coming up. But back to Garrett Mitchell. He was out of UCLA, sorry. He's only going to be 23, basically not only, but for this whole season. So he won't be 24 until September. And he did very well at high A. But you got to dig in a little bit and realize that he did not do well at Double A Biloxi. His Double A performance mid to late season really left a lot to be desired. If you look at his high A stats, his strikeout to walk ratio was 1-1. And then when he went to Double A, that kind of rose to 2-1. So he's probably pressing a little bit too much. And, his stats weren't really anything to talk about either in Double A. But I do love that he's already at Double A. And again, overall, for the collector side of me, just loves his autograph. But $240 for, a refractor auto, numbered 322 of 499. I'm not going to say no to that at all. This is a really big one. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Ed Howard's True Orange dual 10s for Gem Mint and Gem Mint on the auto. Howard, I feel like has gotten kind of lost in the shuffle, but this kid is only 20 years old. Like, he just turned 20 at the end of January. And what I like most, and I look for in guys like this, is people who, they maybe start off slow and they just seem to improve as the season goes on. Again, it just speaks to resilience. This card cost me $3,850. So, he's still pricey, but he's quite young and has a really, really high upside. There is a bit of a log jam with middle infielders for the Cubs, but I really like Howard. And, luckily I saw him enough at low A and just like what I saw. He's one of my favorite guys from the first round last year. Again, 2020 Bowman draft, and this card probably would have cost you double that when the product released. And Zach Britton, his True Orange, numbered 8 of 25. Again, I'm just going to flash the subs here. It's a little harder to pick up on camera here, but you know, a base gem mint card from FCG, but this card cost me $76 for a true orange. You know, I am from Canada, so I do have a Blue Jay bias. I can accept that, but you know, because some of these guys do turn into superstars, I tend to just buy all the Blue Jay prospects, and $76 for a true orange, I really don't think you can go wrong. He was a 5th rounder. I saw him a ton at Dunedin, and he's just 23. Again, I am biased, but 7 home runs and a 743 OPS at low A Dunedin. It's really not that bad. But $76 is not going to break the bank. And again, it's a cool card. I love True Orange. Luis Matos. I'll just speak to HGA just a little bit before we get rolling. You know, they were really popular at the outset of 2021. The shine has kind of come off, and everyone's kind of, you know, left them for dead. I don't mind their grading, and yeah, they've had a few mistakes. I heard they like graded a Michael Jordan rookie that was fake, and I mean, but who hasn't made mistakes in grading? I think there's a little bit too much judgment with this stuff. I mean, and all graders, PSA, BGS, CSG, these guys all have bad days where they make a mistake. So I picked this one up dirt cheap for $240. I know there's a lot of schools, and again, it's true gem, all 9.5s, and it does look really clean. So I had no trouble paying this. I mean, if you buy a gem mint Luis Matos from PSA, you're looking like right now probably $600-700. $240 was one heck of a deal in my opinion. And this will be part of my crack and cross episode. I'm going to crack this one and cross it. His auto is a 9 on this one, but if you're a collector of Luis Matos, you know that most of his autos are 9s. They're just very streaky. However, I do think his auto is like super pretty. I love the auto. It's just, yeah, it's not necessarily totally clean. So, you know, he's ranked number 3 for the Giants. If you haven't watched the episode 2020 Bowman Chrome must-have prospects, I have a full sort of write-up or description of why I like Matos over Marco Luciano. They're both really great studs. They're both great players, but, you know, I go to Matos, so I'd recommend you watch 2020 Bowman Chrome must-have prospects. It'll give you a lot more information. And this one was kind of one of those impulse buys. Milan Tolentino, great subs, again, HGA, and with black, you know, parallels, it's so hard to get gem copies. But this one, see, numbered 50 of 75. Milan Tolentino, he's only 20 until late November, so he's still really young. I got this for $115, and again, it was an impulse buy because the seller had Matos, and this was priced at 100, I think it was 120, and he offered me $5 off. And I don't mind HGA. I don't mind picking up things that people don't want because they think that this is a lesser grader, and there's many schools of thought on this, but this card looks super well centered. You know, it's got great subs, so I don't, you know, again, they used this, you know, artificial intelligence technology, which I'm sure makes errors as well, but, you know, to the naked eye, it looks like the grade is bang on to me, and I'll crack and cross this one. But, you know, more about Milan Tolentino. Again, he's pretty young. He played at 2 levels last year, and it's important to note that, you know, he had a bit of a slow start in rookie ball, and then when August hit, his stats like just went nuts. He hit 377, had an OPS of 1,037, and then he got a bump to low A, where he kind of really didn't play well for the first couple of weeks, but then he got better again down the stretch, and I love that adjustment. In his last 11 games, he had a hit in 8 of them. That's not, you know, that's not awful. That's pretty good. So I just love the adjustment, and it stands to reason that if he is able to keep adjusting, the sky's the limit. And for a black parallel, for $115, it's really, really, really hard to pass that up. I felt like it was kind of a gimme at $100 or 115, sorry. Lastly, we've got my man Alec Thomas here. Again, same with Matos. If you want a little more color around Alec Thomas, I did a great bit about him in my episode called Top 3 Prospects to Buy Right Now. This refractor cost me $300. You know, for pretty good subs. And what's important to keep in mind about Alec Thomas, he's not even 22 yet, and he's at AAA. He turns 22 in April, and it's just mind-boggling to me why his cards remain so cheap. He just seems to be such a talented kid. Yeah, I've got some other Alec Thomas's card, and I was happy to add that one for $300. That's it for today's episode. Really quick and clean, just some nice prospect cards to share with all of you. I do have a PSA reveal coming up. It's going to be super exciting. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You'll know when my PSA reveal drops. But you guys have an awesome weekend, and thank you as always for watching.